today.
One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Back to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Washington going to send out their punter.
He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Pulled in at the 24. Pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tap.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers.
70 yards, and the Niners have struck first in this NFC title game. Moody good with the extra point,
and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with the touchdown reception.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
I would say they went 3-and-out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3-and-out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1-and-out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Now third down and very long.
Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ortiz. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at about the 28. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it first and 10. Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 41. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They only needed 1, but it ends up being a gain of 6 and moves the chains.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Oh, they needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Samuel in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes our score 17-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the intercept.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Washington offense heading out. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd down, it's Ortiz. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On second down, McCaffrey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 43 yards. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is, there he goes left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw now on the final play. He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. So we've reached, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Purdy now to throw.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Ortiz. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking. A lot of times, their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
69 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Play action. Now Purdy.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
53 yards.
And the 49ers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw here.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He finds his man complete. It's Wheeler.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
They'll look to throw again. Down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. CD, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the screen.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Still going inside the 20.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll set up a throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. That one looks like he'll throw here. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense set to take over. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family.